Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So today we're diving into something you probably walk past all the time, a local park. But this one, in a little town in the UK, it's got a secret, a really big one. I mean, think about it. What's a park? You know, some grass, maybe a few trees, a bench. But what if it was more than that? Like way more. What if it was secretly this incredible powerhouse for nature?
Okay, let's get into it. First up, a park, but different. We're going to meet the hero of today's story and find out the secret identity of this green space over in a town called Sidmouth.
So here's the first clue. It's not actually one park. It's what's called the Riverside Park cluster. And that means it's a whole network, 9 different green spaces all connected along a river. And the real magic word here is variety. You've got your regular parkland, sure, but also wild meadows, an orchard, even woodland. It's not just a park. It's basically a whole mini ecosystem.
And you know who keeps this all going? It's this really cool mix of the local government and a whole team of dedicated volunteers. And that combination, as you're about to see, is absolutely key to why this place is so special.
All right, next up, biodiversity by the numbers. This is where things get really wild. We're about to pull back the curtain and look at the data, the stuff you just can't see with your own eyes. And trust me, these numbers are going to blow you away.
So check this out. This whole network of parks, it's only about 18% of the total land they looked at for this big nature study. Just a small piece of the pie, right? But man, what they found packed into that small slice is, well, it's something else.
Okay, here it is. 49.8%. Let's just call it half. Nearly half of every single species, plants, animals, insects, across the entire 50-site region is living right here in this one little cluster. I mean, just pause on that for a second. 18% of the land holds almost 50% of all the life. That's insane.
So you're probably wondering, what kind of life are we talking about? Well, this table breaks it down. And yeah, the numbers for insects and grasses are huge, but look at the flowering plants, almost 60%. That means 6 out of every 10 types of flowering plants in the whole area can be found right in this little park network. It's like a skyscraper city, but for flowers.
Which, of course, leads to the big question, right? How? How is this even possible? What is the secret sauce here? Let's dive into the recipe for all this richness.
It really boils down to 2 main things. First, having a real patchwork of different habitats. And second, and this one's huge, the power of people. Let's look at each one.
Okay, ingredient number 1, variety. It's kind of like a food court, right? It's not just one restaurant. You've got your traditional park, the Byes, with its open grass and scattered trees. That's like your classic burger joint. But then, right next door, you've got Sid Meadow, which is managed like a wild hay meadow. It's just overflowing with wildflowers, and that's like the gourmet salad bar for insects. It's this incredible mix that gives a home to so many different kinds of wildlife.
In fact, let's put one of these spots under the microscope. We're going to zoom right in on Sid Meadow. Because when we talk about insects, this one little meadow is an absolute rock star.
And here's the proof. Look at the chart. Sid Meadow, on its own, has 45 different kinds of insects. Now, to really understand what that means, that's almost 2/3 of all the insect species in the entire park cluster, all packed into this one spot. It's like the Grand Central Station for insects, and it's all because of how it's cared for.
But having all these different habitats is only half of the recipe. Now we get to that second ingredient, which is just as important. It's the people.
And this quote really says it best. This amazing biodiversity, it didn't just happen by accident. It says efforts are being made with various proactive projects, mostly carried out by volunteers. That's the key right there. This is intentional. People are actively working to make this happen.
And these are the real heroes of the story. You've got groups like the Sidvale Association, who are out there making sure the meadows are perfect for wildflowers. Then you've got the Friends of the Byes. They do stuff like, get this, balsam bashing. That means they're literally out there, getting their hands dirty, pulling out invasive weeds so the native plants can breathe. It's that kind of hands-on work from the community that makes all the difference.
Okay, so let's zoom back out for our last section here, the bigger picture. You might be thinking, okay, that's a cool story about one park, but why does it matter to the rest of us? Well, because this isn't just about Sidmouth. There's a lesson in here for literally
everyone.
What this park gives us is a blueprint. It shows that when you link up different green spaces, a meadow connected to a woodland, connected to an orchard, it's not like 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. It's more like 1 + 1 + 1 = 10. You create this strong, resilient web of life where the whole thing together is way more powerful than each little piece on its own.
And if you need one last mind-blowing stat to prove how powerful this network is, this is it. They found the least diverse spot in the whole cluster. The weakest link, right? And even that spot was home to almost a quarter of all the species in the entire region. Think about that. Even the worst performing part of this system is still a certified biodiversity hotspot. It just proves that every little patch counts.
So here's the takeaway. It all comes down to this. You take a mix of different natural spaces, everything from a tidy lawn to a wild meadow. You add a dedicated group of people who care, and when you mix those two things together, something amazing happens. You can transform a totally ordinary park into an absolute powerhouse for nature.
And that's what I want to leave you with. The next time you're walking through your own local park, maybe look at it a little differently. Look a little closer. Because who knows what kind of hidden treasures, what amazing stories are waiting to be discovered right there in your neighborhood.